What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Wall Street PR. In today's video, I'm going to be going over two companies in the fintech industry that are pretty similar. They do go hand in hand. The first one being Square or Block, and the second one being PayPal. Ticker symbols for Square is SQ, and PayPal, as seen over here, is PYPL. I'm going to start off going over Square, and as you guys can see, they are down from their all-time high of $289.23, and this was back on about August 4th of 2021. They remained stagnant in this area for quite some time before seeing a pretty extreme and consistent pullback from about $260 all the way down to the low that they just hit of $82.72. If we zoom in a little bit closer, you can see they are currently trading at $111.92. They are kind of rebounding off of this level, and I do believe there's much more upside to come for both Block, Square, and PayPal. To start things off, to give an overview and analysis of Square and some of the recent news, they did have an earnings report that you can see is indicated right here by this E, and this was on 2/24 of 2022. You can see following that earnings report, they did gap up and shoot all the way up to about $130.71 before pulling back down. And like I said, they are kind of beginning their upwards trend once again. If we take a look at this article titled Square Stock Rises on Cash App Outlook as Earnings Top Estimates, we can see Cash App had 44 million active monthly users at the end of December, which was up from 40 million in June, and Cash App growth slowed less than expected in the fourth. And as you can see stated there by an analyst, despite consternation heading in, Cash App gross profit of 518 million, up 37% on a year-over-year basis, was 2% ahead of the Wall Street expectations. If we take a look down here as well, you can see that adjusted revenue rose 54% to 1.4 billion, which topped the estimates of 1.34 billion, and gross payment volume from merchant customers rose by 45% up to 46.3 billion, which was in line with the estimates and expectations. And Square also did say before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, known as EBITDA, came in at 84 million, versus the estimates of 143 million. And Square on January 31st closed the acquisition of Australia-based consumer lending startup Afterpay, announced on August 1st. The deal originally came valued in at $29 billion, and the big drop in Square stock, however, slashed that value to less than $15 billion at closing. And Afterpay does compete in the emerging buy now, pay later market that encroaches on credit card networks. So obviously, guys, this is a pretty solid report. I mean, I do think that Square is undervalued at its current price. They did have a solid report, like I just mentioned. If we take a look over here, you can see the average price target on Square from multiple different analysts at multiple different firms is $188.61, which gives an about 68.5% upside from its current price. You can see the high price target right here is $272 per share. The average, like I said, $188.61, and then the lowest price target is at $135, which obviously is still higher than their current price of $111.92. You can also see that they are, based on 29 ratings, listed as a strong buy. All these analysts do believe that they do have more upside to come, and I also do agree with them. I think they are, like I've been saying throughout this video, severely undervalued. I do think they will see a move similar to this in the next few weeks, the next few months, especially as some of these real world issues do begin to settle out with like the Russian-Ukrainian war, the inflation, everything like that is negatively affecting the stock market, and Square and PayPal are no exceptions. I do expect a move like this all the way back up to about $170. That's going to be my price target on Block. I do think they will reach that level within a few months by the end of this calendar year. I mean, it could take some time because of the dip. You can see, I mean, this was a long, drawn-out pullback, but I do expect a similar relief bounce all the way back up to 170. And that's going to be my first short-term price target on Square, ticker symbol SQ. Next, if we go over here and take a look at PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL, pretty similar chart. They hit an an all-time high of $310.16 back on 7/22 of 21. They pulled back similar to Square. They kind of held strong, just under $200 per share, then dropped basically another $100 all the way down to the low of $92.25, currently trading at $100.22. If we take a look at some recent news with them, you can see they did receive a downgrade by Bank of America. It wasn't a sell downgrade. It went from a buy to a hold, so really not too bad, but obviously titles and articles like this are flooding the mainstream news if you do look up PayPal stock. Next, over here on Barron's, you can see PayPal stock dropped, wiped out 2 years of gains. Insiders are buying up shares. This was published on February 14th of 2022. You can see 3 insiders, including PayPal's top executive, stepped up and bought $2.5 million worth of shares. Obviously, that's fantastic news. And people who are high up and working for the company and know more than the general public does, if they're going up and they're buying their own stock with that much money and that many shares, that's a great sign, especially considering the fact that they are really undervalued right here at $100 per share. And next, to close things out over here with PayPal, you can see from the same website, the average analyst price target on PayPal is $182.36. So very similar to Square. They have a current upside percentage, if they were to hit that price target, of 81.96% upside from their current price. They have a high price target of $245. They have a low price target of $107. Either way, both of those price targets, including that low price target, is above their current price. They are ranked as a moderate buy, with 26 people or analysts saying that they're a buy, 10 saying that they're a hold, and only 1 analyst saying that they are a sell. And personally, guys, given the current price that they are right now and comparing to the fact that they were above $300 per share, I think they're an absolute steal. PayPal isn't going anywhere. These payment service companies really aren't going anywhere, and their revenues are fantastic. PayPal's revenue has been, or sales revenue has increased by at least 23% every year for the past 8 years. And that's just phenomenal, guys. I do think they will have a nice recovery similar to Square. In terms of a price target for them, I give them a price target of about $165, $170. Same thing as Square. I think they are a slightly better company. I do think they will eventually recover a little bit harder and a little bit faster than Square will. My long-term price target on them is going to be right up here at $195 per share, a level that they did kind of hit in the past and held previously. You can just see, if you zoom out and see the bigger picture, this is an overreaction. They are extremely oversold, and they are kind of entering this extreme discount buy opportunity. Honestly, guys, anything under 120 seems like a great buy. If you do hold it, do hold them for a few months to a few years, I think you will be rewarded significantly. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please do subscribe to my channel. And like I said, I will see you all in the next one.